Hey there, future professionals. Welcome to Employability Plus, the channel where you'll find everything you need to build the skills that get you hired.
Hello friends, welcome to Employability Plus. Today we are going to discuss about dynamic graphs. Yes, you heard it right. It's going to be again dynamic graphs, but this time it will be different from what we have seen so far. We have been seeing about dynamic graph, how to create dynamic graph, based on one particular sheet late, right? In the previous 4 videos. Today, being the last video on dynamic chart, I'm going to show you how to create dynamic charts with the data from multiple sheets. We are not going to have the data from one sheet, and we are going to refer data from different sheets, and then we are going to create a dynamic graph. Those who have not seen the previous video coming for the first time, dynamic charts are very, very powerful charts in Excel. Gives an option, a provision to the user to modify the values and view the results. It gives an option for them to make certain changes, right, by dropping down options or check boxes and then get information the way they want it. Unlike your static graphs, which are fixed in nature, but this is very dynamic, gives an option to the user. So now we are going to see how to create a dynamic graph using multiple sheets. Before we start with the process, let me show you what you will get as an output once you create this dynamic chart, right? So before we proceed further on this, I request you to subscribe to this channel so you will get every day a new video, not only in Excel but also in Power BI, Tableau going forward. Going to be very very interesting video. You can always refer my previous video to understand how the data, how the video how the training has been presented in a most simplest manner. Videos are the testimonial that you could find how the explanations were given in the simplest manner, right? So please do subscribe. Let's move on. Now we have the sheet, like you have January, February, and March, three sheets talking about similar data variables. One is the operator, which is Airtel, Vodafone, the operators, telecom operators. Another is the city. Basically, we are talking about the city-wise telephone operator performance, but not for 1 month. It is going to be for 3 different months. Now, all these data are available in three sheets: January, February, and March. Now, how are we going to include all together and then create a dynamic chart? So the output, once you created this chart, the output you are going to get will be like this. If I select January and then select the city, okay, the chart will be different. There are two variables which we are working on. One is the month, I have an option to change. City, I have an option to change. All these things can be done inside a graph. Let me tell you folks, even if you are using a chat GPT, it will take years for chat GPT to give something like this. Because chat GPT at this point of time throws up data which are very static in nature. Even if it comes in dynamic, you need to pay a lot for subscription. That is not the case with Excel, right? So it's going to be very useful. Please learn how to do this one. It's going to be very useful when you create your own dashboards. Dashboards are the reports which are dynamic in nature, where you can create and share it with your team. And dynamic graphs are very very important. Plays a significant role in creating a dashboard, right? So all set. Let's move on now. This is how it works. So we are going to start now. How to create a dynamic graph in Excel, right? You have January, February, and March. Now I have for 3 months. So what I'm going to do is, let's say we are going to delete all these things. Let's delete it, start from the scratch. You have the data set like this. Okay, so this is how it starts. We have three sheets. We want to make it a dynamic chart with two list boxes. Now let's start. So first and foremost thing is, copy some random value from here. Let's say you are creating this one. Keep it like this. Some random value, copy and paste it here, and then create a graph for this. Insert simple graph. Although it is going to be a dynamic, at this moment it is very simple graph. Once you have created it, okay, you can go and add, insert in developer tool. Okay, it is developer, not insert, it is in developer. You have an option insert. If you had seen my previous videos, you know how to create how to get a developer, and from customized ribbon option if you are not having it. So it is insert. You have an option, the combo box, bring it here. Similarly, you can copy paste it and bring it in another place also. Right? So basically we have, now we got two combo boxes. Okay. So what is that information we are going to load it in this combo box? It's nothing but right click. What are the two variables? One is city, another is the month. These are the two important things because operators are given here in the vertical, right? So what we have to focus is focusing on a month is one list box, another is the city. So let's take city, control, format control. In that input range is city. The result, whatever you click should come here. Let's say should come here. You okay. So whenever I select a particular city, I'll get that result here. Whenever I select a particular city, that order of the city, the index number will come here. If it is 3, it will come 3. You can able to see it. Similarly, we are going to do it for month also. So month we don't have a value, so let's put some value here. Jan, Feb, March. Jan, Feb and March. Okay. Now right click on this one, format control. You say input range is this cell link. We are going to link it with this cell. So what it means? So whenever I select, let's say if I select Jan, it becomes 1. I select Feb, it becomes 2. So like this, we have got two list boxes. We have brought it here into the graph. Still, this graph is in static nature because it won't change. The way you change, it won't change here. So how are we going to link it? Now that we got these informations, let's link it. First step in linking the data into the graph and making a static graph into dynamic graph, please remember you need to select this table. Okay, and then go to the option here. It won't be, since I have already typed Jan, it's coming as Jan. For you, it will be a range. When you select here, in the left side of the list box, the name box, this is called name box. This will be some ranges. What you can do is you type Jan and give enter. Right? So which means this table is going to be called as Jan or referred as Jan going forward. Similarly, you have to do it for Feb also. Select the table and type here in the name box, type FEB, give enter. Same thing with March, because this is something we are including all information into that. So March also like that. Once you have done that, now these tables are referred by the month name. This is Feb, yeah, this is Jan, and this is Feb. Like this, you have different names for different, right? Now, once you have done that, the next step we can do is delete it. Next step we can do here is, let's delete this one information which we don't want. Okay, this is a dummy information what we have given, right? Let's include real information. Now city is equal to, we don't have the city names right now, so based on the selection only the city will be taken. So equal to index, one index formula. Please remember the formula. Whatever I'm typing, I'm increasing the font size. Remember the formula. Equal to index, open the bracket, select the range, comma, give the reference number. Now what happens? This is the reference number for this range. This is reference. Now if I select Hubli, if I select Pune, it becomes Pune. If I select Mumbai, it becomes Mumbai. Like this it is. It goes on like this. Based on the selection, it will change here. Now this selection we need to link again. Okay, this selection is going to be what? A simple VLOOKUP, but we are going to include multiple formulas inside VLOOKUPs to make it a dynamic chart. So remember this formula equal to VLOOKUP, starting with the reference which is the city, that is the reference which is in the A14, comma, then start with indirect formula. Indirect formula is indirectly we are going to refer that particular reference cell. Right? We are going to give the reference cell. Now we know Jan is reference cell, Feb is reference cell for the source. If you are not clear about VLOOKUP, if you have seen VLOOKUP for the first time, I have created another separate video for VLOOKUP. Please look into that video before you come to this video. Right? So indirect reference number is index of what? This array, because we want to pick up a source, can be Jan or Feb or March. It can be any source. So that one, right? Comma. Then we can say in this we have to select what? We have to select this. Out of this three, okay, it has to come. This one has to come, right? The row number, and then no column number. Close it, comma. Then you don't have a column index number. We are not going to give a static index. So what we are going to do is match formula. Index and match, I have done it separately again in another video. Please see to that before you come to this video. So match is nothing but matching of this cell in this range. It is 1:1, which means why 1:1? Because it keeps changing based on the month, based on the sheet. For January, again it is 1.1:1. For Feb also will remain same. So that is why it is coming like this. And exact match, 0 is the exact match option. So select 0. I think we have done this one, and then use with exact match, use it. You got 3131. Now where we have to put apply dollar sign, first dollar sign you have to apply in front of A, because A should not become B. Next, this has to be freezed using function F4. You can do function F4 and freeze it. And then this has to be free. This has to be freezed. 1:1 has to be freezed. And then B12 should not come down. That Airtel, this should not come down when you copy down. Although we don't have an opportunity, or let's say option for copying down, but still for a safer side we are putting $13. Now your data is done. You got the result. Numbers we have in just a moment. Something we haven't put dollar sign. This is a dollar sign. Yes. Indirect of this. Okay, here we have not put dollar sign. You have to put dollar sign everywhere where it is needed. That is how it is fixed. Dollar signs are very important, right? Now this is a formula. I'm showing it again to you. Increasing the font size. Okay. To increase the font size also, please make a note of it. This is a formula, very simple. We have included indirect index formula and match to make it as bigger as possible in dynamic chart. Not one sheet, it is going to be referring multiple sheets and give you the dynamic chart. One is it powerful, you don't find it in ChatGPT, refer anywhere. It will take years. Even if it comes with subscription for these kind of things. So simple things, we can use our own creativity and create in Microsoft Excel. You don't need a ChatGPT for that, right? So click, we got this particular thing, right? So you can check it, formalize this. I've shown you, and with that, I think session is coming to an end. Before that, I'll show you how it works again. After you have done, you can change the month, you can change the city, results will change accordingly. This is possible with dynamic chart. We have used developer too, right? So thank you very much, and do subscribe to stay updated with recent videos. Thank you.